Ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry, Rodgers is he's gonna fall apart sooner or later. His legs are gonna give out from under
I'm
him.
liking Tennessee with the 3.5. I'm liking them.
Team like the Patriots that I think could be on the rise with a QB like Mac Jones. And then
Their last
defense
World
right here.
Series win was 2009.
Woohoo!
Matchup is
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Doug Serravo Show, which is brought to you by our good friends at Unsolicited Role Models, the role models you may not want, but you may just need. As always, we got David Mendoza. David, welcome back. How was vacation?
Must be nice. Yes, your boy is back. Vacation was fun.
Good.
Now back to the grind.
And as always, we have Jimmy. Do not trust the Drust.
Wasn't that
never
the one-
trusted us.
Wait, wasn't that the one who said the Jets were going to win last week?
Yeah, but you also ruined our parlay.
You haven't before?
Should have seen my parlay. It was a beauty.
Oh, I'm sure. That's why you're known as Big Dave. You're the legend.
Nice,
So
no,
let's-
but Dave.
Let's get it started with tonight's game. We got the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Miami Dolphins. And what is more important for tonight? Is it Miami winning for their future, Tua's job, McDaniel's job, or is it the Ravens winning and possibly still staying alive for a playoff push?
Well, I think the Ravens are gonna have to play really good because everybody is expecting them to make the playoffs. And right now, I mean, it's gonna be a tough season for them. Lamar's coming back off of injury. You know, they're only 2 wins on a season. They got to catch up. But like I said, don't be surprised if they miss the playoffs.
Yeah. Do we know if Lamar's playing tonight?
He is.
Yeah, so I feel like for this, I don't know. I feel like if Miami loses, either way, McDaniel's out the door. I feel like he's not mature enough to lead an NFL team. They have been declining year in, year out. So for me, I feel like it don't make a difference whether Miami wins or they loses. I just feel like this game is a lot more important for the Baltimore Ravens. They're 3-5. They're still alive for that division. Pittsburgh is 4-3. Cincy is 3-5. So if they somehow go on a run, Baltimore is technically still alive.
Yeah, I mean, they're only 2 games back. But the problem is if they do miss that spot, I think it's going to be a tough wild card spot for them to try and get in.
Yeah, it would be 7, and they would have to play, what, Buffalo? Or maybe Kansas City?
Yeah.
Well, no, it depends on Denver
It's wild
and
card.
Chargers.
It's wild card.
Yeah. So it'd be right now it would be the Colts at number 1.
Well,
And
they have
then-
the bye.
Yeah, so like 2 would be, I think it's the Chargers?
Who's the Patriots right now?
Patriots. So, all right, so Baltimore versus Patriots.
Yeah, because 2 is Patriots, 1 is Buffalo.
You mean 1 is Colts?
No, 1 is Colts, 2 is Buffalo, 3 is Colts will get the bye week.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 2 would be Buffalo, 3 would be New England, I believe. And then 4 would be Chargers.
How are you getting Buffalo and the Patriots mixed up in the same division?
Yeah, I'm confused by that.
Well, I'm
I think-
counting them down.
Oh, you're saying in order. We're saying in the playoffs.
Oh, you talk about whole playoff situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
That's where you get from.
I think New England was. Let me see. Somebody
New
sent
England
it
is
to me.
6-2, Buffalo's 5-2.
Yeah, so it would be 1 Colts, 2 Patriots, I think 3 Broncos,
Yeah,
and
3
then 4
Broncos.
Steelers.
Yeah. And then what? 5, 6, and 7 would be. Wow,
Right now?
that's crazy. Right now, 5, 6, and 7 would be what? Buffalo, the Chargers, and then Baltimore.
No,
the Baltimore-
Chiefs.
Huh?
If Baltimore were to take it, they would be 7.
Yeah, if Baltimore were to take it, they'd be 7.
But where's the Chiefs at?
We're talking about hypothetical if Baltimore makes it in.
They would be 7.
Mm.
Unless somehow they win the division.
I mean, it's still wide open because they have an easy schedule coming up.
Because if we look at Mike McDaniel's career, 9-8, 11-6, 8-9, and now 2-6.
The party bus is over for him.
Yeah, I feel like
acting
he's
like
done.
a real head coach, making decisions.
Well, maybe he's more better as a coordinator.
Well, I don't think he should have been in any position over there.
Yeah, I feel like
ready.
I don't know what they were thinking going with him. Because if you look at Mike McDaniel's record compared to Tua's first year, I really can't blame Tua.
No, and I mean Tua had a great game last week and everything.
I called that
Yeah.
game that Sunday.
Oh, that
told
they're
my
going to
buddy,
beat the
I said-
Falcons.
I told my buddy, I was like, it's gonna be a weird weekend. I said, don't be surprised you take that Dolphins money line, and don't be surprised if the Jets cover and also take the money line.
Mm.
And it's weird. There's been a lot of fourth quarter comebacks. Denver was down, 17-3 against the Eagles, 19-0 against the Giants. I think Arizona had a 21-6 lead against Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Jets were down 38-24. So this has been a weird NFL season. A lot of fourth quarter comebacks. Buffalo against Baltimore. It was what? 30. They were down by 10 with like 5 minutes to go.
Like 25 to like 30 something.
Yeah, they won 42-41.
Yeah. But it'll show you that maybe defense isn't that good this year on all terms, honestly.
Yeah, I realize
It's all
that.
offensive this year.
This has been more of an offensive league. A lot of high-scoring games. A lot of lopsided scoring games.
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone's talking about, oh, the Giants' O-line is going to be bad, this and that. But I don't think it's the O-line. I think it's the defense. You look at the Cowboys. The Cowboys, they're in games, but they give up 44. They give up 30. So, yeah, I agree with that, really, with Jimmy. This has
I'm going to say this,
though.
We all saying, like, Baltimore versus Miami, this and that. And, everybody's saying Baltimore can sneak back in with a 2-5 record, right?
Yeah.
But can't we say the Dolphins could sneak back in with a 2-6 record after the way they played last week?
Yeah, but that team it's the leadership. They're so dysfunctional. That's why I don't think McDaniel's the guy.
At this point, they have to win straight out. Both teams, honestly. Like if
that is true.
3-5 is a lot different than 3-6.
You get in that 6 or 7 loss column, it's kind of like you're 50-50. And after, like, you can't lose at that point.
Yeah, but who's got the easier schedule?
I mean, looking at it, probably Baltimore.
I would probably think the Dolphins had an easier schedule.
Well, they got to play the Patriots again. They got to play Buffalo again. They got to play the Jets twice. They still got to play Pittsburgh. And they still got to play Cincinnati, I think.
Well, they played the Jets already.
No, they did?
Yeah. So they played Buffalo next.
Yeah, so that could be a loss.
Which is tonight's game, right? Not tonight's game.
Next week's?
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be a loss.
I
So
feel
it's
like
going to be next week,
easy.
1:00. Dolphins, Bills, then the Commanders, then the Saints,
That's a win.
then the Jets again.
Could be a toss-up.
Yes, then the Jets, then the Steelers,
Toss-up, but I believe in Steelers.
then you got Buffalo. The Bengals.
See, that could be a shootout because they both suck on defense.
Then they got the Bucks, and then they end with the Patriots.
I just feel like it's a lot. It would be a lot more difficult for Miami to make it at 3-6 compared to Baltimore at 3-5 because I think Cincy last year was 4-7. They finished at 9-8, and they missed the playoffs. Once you hit 5 or 6 losses, you're essentially done.
Yeah, but I mean, let's look at the Ravens schedule now, though. They play the Vikings.
That could go either way.
They play the Browns,
Win.
That should be a W.
Jets,
That should be a W.
That should be a win.
Bengals,
That should be a W.
Steelers.
Hold on, but before we continue, isn't that when Joe Burrow is supposed to come back?
Yes, end of November, so he should be back by then, right?
Yeah, I think it's December. They said he'd be back.
Oh, so he might miss that game.
We'll see.
But they do have to play him. They do have to play them twice. So
Is it
Yeah.
the first one in Baltimore or
it's in
Cincinnati?
Baltimore, the first one.
All right, so that one is, I say, a win for them.
Then they play the Steelers.
If it's in Baltimore, then I will say,
They're going to steamroll past that 42-year-old quarterback.
oh,
It's
shut
in
up. He's playing better
Baltimore.
than your quarterback.
Then they
Steamroll.
play the Bengals home.
I would probably go with Joe Burrow at that point.
Then they're going Patriots. After that,
50-50.
after that's the Packers,
Oh, I say it's a loss for them, honestly. Packers are
and
looking
then
good.
they got to go up against the Steelers to end the season.
Probably a loss.
Another W.
No, a loss.
That's a tough schedule.
Yeah, that is a very tough schedule for both of them, honestly. It's no favor to the bold.
Yep. But then you got the problem comes in where you've got those other wild card teams. So if you can't take your division, you fall into the wild card spot now.
Yeah, and you guys will play on the road constantly.
Yeah. So I mean, you're talking about if Pittsburgh could keep up the momentum they're going, and they say they take the division, right?
Yeah.
So you would have Buffalo or New England as a
Mhm.
spot. You would have Kansas City.
No, you forget about the Chargers and the Broncos.
Well, no, the Broncos right now. The Broncos are in the lead of the division.
Yeah, so Chargers will have a win over Kansas City.
That's what I'm saying. You got Kansas City. You got the Chargers. You got Jacksonville, who's still in there.
Oh God, I forgot about them.
So you have a lot of teams that can take that spot. They got 2 wins on the season. Every team that's above them, Kansas City's 5-3. The Chargers are 5-3. We won't count Denver because they have the division right now. The Jacksonville's 4-3. Cincinnati's 3-5. Buffalo 5-2. So you got Buffalo 5 wins, Kansas City 5 wins, the Chargers 5 wins, and the only one behind them is Jacksonville with 4 wins. So you already got 3 teams with 5 wins.
Yeah, it's already tough if they can't, especially if they both don't win. Like matches ends to a draw.
And Indianapolis looks like they're going to make the playoffs regardless because they're 7-1 in that division unless they collapse horribly.
I don't think so. I mean, they're
Yeah, I
looking
doubt
good.
it, especially when they have MVP Jonathan Taylor.
I told you guys, don't be surprised if the Baltimore Ravens don't make it in and the Patriots do. Because I'm not going to say the Patriots have it easy now any given Sunday.
Yeah, but they have an easy schedule in their favor, though. If you
But
really
so
look
does
at it.
Buffalo. Takes one
That's-
game.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
that's just between you
said,
two.
With Buffalo, they're 5-2, but they didn't play good teams. They put up 40 against Carolina. They beat the Jets. Who did they really face off besides
Well,
Baltimore?
We'll see this
Well,
Sunday when
We'll
they
see
play
this
Kansas
Sunday.
City.
Yeah, they play Kansas City this Sunday.
Yeah.
Mr.
So
Number
And if they
one
get-
in
if they
power
lose, that
ranking.
shows their true colors, realistically.
we'll
So
see.
they-
That's gonna be the game.
I'm just tired. I'm tired of this Kansas City Chiefs glazing, bro. Number one in power ranking. Come on.
Yeah, I disagree.
Done
with that.
absolutely nothing until this point.
As much as I like Patrick Mahomes and think he's a great Hall of Famer quarterback, great guy of faith, he should not be an MVP caliber. He should not be a caliber candidate this year. There's no way.
Oh, there's no way. There's no way he should be an MVP
I mean,
candidate.
it's like Jonathan Taylor, Daniel Jones, Baker Mayfield,
Drake May.
Drake May.
Like there's
It
so
does-
many other candidates that you can pick, and it's just always Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes. I'm sorry, but I don't understand how you got the number one power ranking when the Colts are still sitting at that seven wins on a season. You got the Bucks right behind them playing hard football. You have
Yeah.
the Lions out there playing hard football. You got the Patriots playing good football right now. And you guys are going to put Kansas City Chiefs as the number one power ranking? It's
That's what
it's
I'm
a
saying. I
disgrace.
think
The
it's
NFL
bullshit.
just wants everybody to know the Kansas City Chiefs are the dynasty right now.
Yeah, but Dave, I disagree with that.
What do you disagree with?
No, I don't disagree with that. You're saying, oh, they want people to know that the Chiefs are the dynasty. Even when the Patriots were a dynasty, there were times where they weren't number one in power ranking. They were maybe top 5, but they didn't put them right there right away just because they're the Patriots and they're Tom Brady. They didn't always put them number 1.
Yeah, but you always know when it comes to the playoffs and the Chiefs steamroll everyone.
But that has nothing to do with right now. A power ranking is right now. They're not the best team in football.
I mean, if you're going off power rankings, right? You got to look at it as a whole, the NFL team, right? All the teams. To me, if I was to give you my number one power ranking, and everyone said about I'd be biased about it, I would tell you the New England Patriots are the number one power ranking, and this is why. They have the easiest schedule going forward, and if we want to go by power rankings, them considered to the power of their schedule, they are the best team right at this moment. With the easiest schedule, playing great football, putting up great numbers, putting on a show, to me, they would be the number one power ranking. I don't know what people want to base power rankings off of, blah, 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 strength and this and that. Come on. Travis Kelce has done absolutely nothing this season. Tight end day came and he got his shot. Big woo. Rashee Rice was suspended. They got him back, and he'll come back player of the year. Whatever. Dude almost killed what? Fucking 3 people. I don't want to hear this. All they have over there is Patrick Mahomes at the moment. Isaiah Pacheco has done absolutely nothing. Kareem Hunt, yes, he's put touchdowns into the end zone, but that's short gain. He's only pushed them in at the goal line. Mm-hmm. So they've done absolutely nothing all season for people to say that they're the number one power ranking.
But I also disagree with the Patriots being number 1. I don't think they're number 1 in football. I really don't.
So who would be your number one power ranking?
Who's my number one power ranking?
Huh?
Who's mine?
Yeah.
It's between 2 teams.
The Colts and the Lions.
No, I'm going with the Denver Broncos or the Green Bay Packers.
I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this Denver Bronco hoopla. Who have the Denver Broncos played?
But they're putting.
And I'm talking about good football. I'm talking about them not having to crawl back from losing to the Giants to win the game. Okay, you did that, but you're not a number one power ranking because you should have beat them out. You should have beat the dirt out of them. For you to be a number one power ranking, you have to prove to me that you're good enough to beat these teams easily, almost easily. You're putting on a show. Yes, Denver is playing good football, but they're coming back every game. That's not number one power ranking for me. Can they be top 5? Possibly.
Based on what I've seen the last 2 weeks, it's the Broncos or the Packers. Packers have a great defense that can carry them.
My thing is what have the Broncos showed you?
They're resilient. They could come back. They could drive the ball with under 2 minutes to play.
And I get that, but I'm not going to give – that's like me saying that they're number 1 pound for pound best football team right now. No, because they have to claw their way back. They give up so many points that they have to fight and claw their way back. Yeah, it's good. It's fun and all, but they're not dominating. We've watched after the Patriots lost their first 2 games, we've watched them dominate. We've watched the Colts dominate the league. Daniel Jones out there, 300-plus passing yards. We've seen Baker Mayfield. He's a dog out there. He loses his receivers, and they still win games.
All right, so to answer Mike's question, this is Kansas City's schedule so far. They lost to the Chargers 27-21, lost to the Eagles 20-17. Patrick Mahomes had a goal line interception. They they beat the Giants 22-9, but that wasn't even a dominant win. It was 6-6 through 3 quarters. 37-20 against a Ravens team that lost Lamar Jackson, and their defense was injured. Then they lost to a Jaguars team 31-28. Then they beat a Lions team 30-17, who does struggle in cold weather games. And then they shut out the Raiders 31-0. And they beat a Commanders team led by Marcus Mariota 28-7.
I mean, I would say their only reputable win is the Lions.
Well, Steiner says it's going to be the Chiefs and the Packers in the Super Bowl.
I don't see it. See, this is the thing of why everybody just rolls over to the Chiefs. What have the Chiefs proven this season to being top dog, to having that status of they're the best team to go to the Super Bowl right now?
It's the recency bias, realistically.
I don't see it. And then I get the Packers. The Packers are a great team. They got Micah Parsons this year, but they've been having wide receiver problems still.
Well, Christian Watson is back. Like it was last Sunday he came back. So
Yeah, but
who
then they
knows?
lost. What was it? Reed or something?
Reed's been hurt with a shoulder
shoulder.
injury.
Yeah.
But you still have Dobbs or Doobs, whatever his name is. Golden's decent. Watson's
We have
back.
John from New Jersey on the line. John, what's up, bud?
What's up, Dougie?
Thanks for calling, and what's on your mind today?
This whole thing with these Giants the other day is insane. How bad the refs were calling everything toward the Eagles. What do you think about that?
I think the tush push is a joke. Jalen Hurts clearly fumbled that ball, and it's not just with the Giant game. There's been calls going towards the Eagles' way when it comes to the tush push. I'm not a fan of the tush push one bit, but
Neither am I.
You did see missed calls with that Slayton. I think they call that a pass interference. I think it's just there's bias. There's bias with Philly. There's bias with Kansas City. That's how I feel on it.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for your call, bud.
Yep. Thanks, Doug.
Appreciate it, John. How are we feeling about the tush push?
I think it's fine. They just need to start calling the calls. Once they start calling the calls, I don't think the tush push is going to be as effective as it's been. I mean, I think they're still going to be able to do it, just like, a quarterback sneak. They're going to get it every once in a while.
Yeah.
But we've watched them jump, false start. We've seen them move, the lineman move before the ball's even snapped. We had the fumble that wasn't a fumble all of a sudden because they called forward progress, and you can't challenge forward progress. So it's a hell of a call now. So I think it's good. It's just the fact that they need to start calling these penalties, and once they start calling these penalties, we're going to really see if it's effective like it has been.
All right, so the deadline is Tuesday. Who's buying? Who's selling? Is there a team that could we see because I think maybe Kirk Cousins could reunite with the Minnesota Vikings. I don't think they trust JJ just yet. He did come out and say he would like to be a starter somewhere, and I think they're happy with Michael Penix Jr. So who's buying? Who's selling, boys?
Well, if I had to pick anybody that's buying right now, it's going to be the New England Patriots. They've been
course.
searching for another wide receiver, a big-time wide receiver. And as we all saw this past week, they gave away 2 defensive players for 2 6th-round picks, which leaves them with 4 6th-round picks next year and the cap space to sign whoever they want. So, I mean, there's been a lot of talk about Jacoby Myers possibly going back and reuniting with the Patriots. I know they've been pushing. They've wanted A.J. Brown for a while, but that's up to Philly if they really want to get rid of him, which not for nothing they should, because he does not seem happy over there at all.
Yeah, I agree.
So don't be surprised if New England jumps up and grabs another wide receiver, and it's gonna be a deep ball threat. So you're looking at Jacoby Myers or A.J. Brown.
We have Matt from Florida on the line. Matt, what's on your mind today?
Hi, Doug. I have a lot to. I didn't see what you guys talked. What you guys talked about in the show today so far.
So far, we're talking football.
Anything
All right,
football.
I could do that. Well, you could definitely talk about how you beat me, how you beat my butt. And
on fantasy football, that's right.
yeah.
So what's on your mind today? Anything Jets related?
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. But yeah, just you beat me. That's I'll put it that way. Let's see. Jets related. I mean, hey, they got their first win, and so that's big. But I mean, they're probably gonna end up winning a few more games and be like 4 and something, and then 4-12, 4-13 at the end of the season, and get like the 12th overall pick or 10th overall pick, and then draft someone who I don't know who they shouldn't have picked. So that's my Jets my Jets theory for you. But it was cool to see Joe Flacco slinging in. I mean, the guy
4
is
wins
awesome.
is a big,
I
tall
picked
order
him
for
up in
Jets
fantasy
fans.
as well, and so he was great for me last week against you, but sadly he came up short. But yeah, he's great, man, and it was really cool to see in that game also Breece Hall 3 touchdowns, including a throwing, passing touchdown.
Yeah. So what do you think the Jets have to do to be a winning organization?
They need to sell the team.
They need a new owner.
Woody Johnson. I would say most franchises come down. Most, if not all, franchises come down to it starts with ownership, right? If you don't have the right owner in there, the owner picks the GM. So if you don't have the right owner in there, you're not going to pick the right GM, and then the GM's not going to pick the right players, right? And in case you might have an active owner that's more involved in the picking the players, and right, and GM they pick the coaches as well. So the owner picks the GM, and the GM picks the coaches and players, and so you need to have the right owner in there. If you don't have the right owner in there, you likely won't pick the right GM, and so likely won't pick the right coaches and players, right? So the Jets' plague for all these years has been Woody Johnson being the owner. I mean, you could take this, look at the Yankees, look at the Rangers, look at the Knicks. I mean, all these teams, it all goes back to the owner and the owner's problems and how they pick GMs and how that GM then picks players and coaches. And so, they really the solution for all those things is new ownership.
All right, thanks for the call, Matt. We appreciate the time.
Thank you, Doug. I appreciate you, and thanks for having me on. And, I don't know, maybe you could bring me back in a little bit later.
Yeah, for sure. All right, take care, bud.
Thank you.
Of course,
4
they got to
wins.
mention the Yankees.
4 wins, big tall order.
Yeah, that is a big tall order for the Jets. 4 wins.
Jets don't have an easy schedule ahead.
No, they
Yeah, they
have
don't.
terrible.
They play the Browns, the Patriots, the Ravens, the Falcons, Dolphins, Jaguars, Saints, Patriots again, and end the season with Buffalo.
So, yeah, I agree. I feel like the Patriots are stewing something up. I'm not sure what it is, but I feel like from now until Tuesday, they're going to be very active.
I mean, they're definitely making cap space for somebody to come over, whether it's this year or next year or during the offseason. I know a lot of people have been saying keep A.J. Brown to the offseason, in the offseason, see if you can shop him around for something bigger and better, get him out not during the regular season to somebody else who can take an advantage with him. But at the end of the day, guy's not happy. The guy's not playing, makes me wonder, is he sitting out because of that reason? We've seen players say they're hurt and then all of a sudden they get traded later.
Yeah, they usually know what's going on, so they figured, all right. We've seen it in the past where guys do sit for a while, and then next thing you know, here's a big trade with them involved. So it kind of does make sense.
And the Patriot news has been roaming around with, like I said, Jacoby Myers, AJ Brown's been in the mix. They even were talking about trying to get over Chris Olave over there.
That's what I was
So
gonna
they
say.
are definitely looking for a receiver, and they're moving defensive players, and these are good defensive players that they're getting out of there. 6-round picks, clearing up cap space. At the end of the day, people say, "Oh, well, it's a 6-round pick. It's a 6-round pick." No, those things can be moved around, but the biggest part of that, those two moves were the cap space free up that cap space for a big time player to bring over there.
Mm-hmm.
You got Drake May on his rookie contract for a while, so bring him over.
All right, let's do our fun part of the show. It's Steiner's Corner. Dave, do you have the
Yes.
lines in front of you, or do you want me to pull it up?
You could, if you think you pull it up on the screen.
I can, but
Or
they're
you-
very small.
All right. So we'll go down the list. We'll start with tonight's game. Dolphins Ravens -7.5. Just stop me when you guys feel a game that you like.
All right.
Patriots Falcons. Patriots are -5.5. You got Titans Chargers. Chargers are -9.5. Jimmy, stay away from that game.
I love it. No, I'm
Bengals,
kidding.
Bengals, Bears -2.5. Colts, Steelers.
I'll take the Bears on that one.
Take the Bears at -2.5.
Yep.
Okay,
Bears at
so
minus
we'll lock that one in. Bears -2.5. All right, we got Colts, Steelers. Colts are -3.5. You got Niners, Giants. Niners are -2.5. Broncos, Texans. Texans are -1.5.
What was the Giants Niners?
-2.5.
Ooh, that could go either way.
I think you're gonna like this one though. The Broncos Texans game is -1.5. So I mean, essentially, I would just take money line off of that. But yeah, that's tough because I could see Denver kind of winning that game.
Yeah, I
It's
can
in
too.
Houston too.
Yeah, it's in Houston. So you got Vikings, Lions. Lions are -9.5. Panthers, Packers. Packers -13.5. Jaguars versus the Raiders. Jags are -2.5. Saints, Rams. Rams -14.5. Chiefs, Bills. Chiefs -2.5. And you got Seahawks, Commanders. Seahawks -2.5. And the last night is Monday night. Cardinals, Cowboys. Cowboys -2.5.
All right, I think I like this one, but I don't know. It's too high. I like Detroit 9.5, but I don't know if that's risky.
Who is it? Detroit?
Detroit 9.5.
Yeah.
That's risky. Well, I think JJ's going to play that game, right?
I think so.
I believe
Because
so.
Wentz is on IR. So
No,
JJ should be playing
No,
that
because
game.
he's gonna say, "Oh, I don't do my favorite team," and I gotta
gonna tell
respect
you,
you for
man.
that, Dave. So I don't want to
Huh?
do Patriots 5.5.
I do not bet on my own team.
All right, we'll
Patriots
stay away
minus
from the
5.5.
Patriots then.
See, the problem I have with this game is that this game, everybody's going to look at this game and say Patriots are going to win this game easy. My biggest problem with this game is Bijan Robinson. Okay? Underutilized last game. So expect a big game from him. And he sits as a wide receiver on that slot side, and he's so fast that it's going to be a tough one to pick him up because you're going to have, Drake London on the other side where Christian Gonzalez is going to take it. Marcus Jones is playing well. So, what's his name that came over there? Lacey? Lacey?
Yeah.
I think he's going to have to pick up Bijan most of the time. And I can see Bijan having a hell of a receiving game. So that's why I would stay away from that game. But if you want it, that's yours.
Actually, I know what I'm gonna go with.
What's that?
Chargers 9.5.
Chargers 9.5.
Tennessee's a lost cause out there. I don't trust them.
Yeah, I don't trust them either.
So I think that should be an easy bet. I'm not going to go with Tennessee 9.5, but we'll go with the Chargers 9.5. They'll win by at least 10.
All right, so you taking the Chargers minus 9.5.
Yes, he is.
All right. This is gonna be a tough one, but I've been looking at this game, and I'm tired of playing. I'm tired of both these teams being so high ranked up. But I'm looking at Bills money line.
Yeah, I like that too, honestly.
You know, the +2.5, you can take the +2.5. When I see 2.5, 1.5, that's a money line to me.
Oh, and the
Yeah.
game's in Buffalo.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and it's in Buffalo. So they got to travel to Buffalo. And, you know, they're both playing horrible. They're both playing decent, I would
Decent.
say. Decent. You know, at this point, Kansas City does have more weapons, but Buffalo's known to play good defense against wideouts. So I'd probably take Buffalo. Maybe be my first loss of the week, but I'll take Buffalo money line.
Well, especially with Kansas City can't run the ball.
Kansas City can't do anything right now but throw the
Yeah.
ball.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do. So it's gonna be in favor of Buffalo.
Yeah, I don't understand this whole how Kansas City's a favorite in Buffalo at Buffalo.
Oh, just like how I think what was it? It was like Philly was favored in Kansas City when they played and everything. So
Man,
it's like God, it's kind of crazy. You're gonna. Oh, I did same with Buffalo, Baltimore too. Both Baltimore was favored to win that game against the Kansas City Chiefs. That's kind of. I'm like that's kind of crazy. I bet Kansas City to cover that spread, and it was right.
All right, so we got what? So far, we got what? Chicago 2.5. We got
Buffalo money line
Buffalo money line.
or
and
the
the
or the
Chargers.
Buffalo 2.5 if you
I'll do
want.
money line.
So Buffalo 2.5. What was it? Buffalo 2.5.
I got the
Chargers
at 9.5.
minus 9.5. And then what was
The
Jimmy?
Bears 9.5. I mean Bears 2.5.
Bears at minus 2.5.
Yep.
There you have it, people. And one other thing I would say, because big Patriot fan, they've held the running backs to less than 50 yards a game. But we've all got to say that Bijan Robinson's different. He's not just a running back. Guy's a
But
receiver.
no, yeah, he's a like a Christian McCaffrey type of player.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that on Dave. All right, so this is a question for Dave, and you could say it's he may give a biased answer. So I want to know what Dave's thoughts are on this. Jimmy, don't take this personal, but I'm just having Dave on the screen for this. So how do you feel like we're going to like is this back to the Patriots dynasty now? Or are we back to the same old Patriots where they dominate the league year in, year out?
I can't say that completely because of
Okay.
the fact that New England does have the easiest schedule this season. But if we look at the numbers, I mean, are they getting to that position slowly? I think they are missing a big, strong wide receiver like AJ Brown, a big guy. Diggs is there, yes. Diggs is dangerous down the field, but we've seen Diggs get hurt. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think the Patriots are what people consider a dynasty yet because they have the easiest schedule coming forward. But I would say that they're working in the right direction, and many teams can't say that they're going in the right direction right now. You know, we have teams that are digressing. Look at the Jets, a typical Jets team. But New England's doing the right steps, and that's what other teams need to do is, find your quarterback. You get your quarterback, you got your good coach. You got to build around that. What are our needs? New England came into this season before the season started knowing that they had offensive line problems. So they went out and they drafted Campbell. And, everybody said short arms. But look at the guy. He's played excellent football. Guy said when he got drafted, he would die for his quarterback. He would go out there and do everything he can. So they're going in the right direction. And if you look now, they're pushing out defensive players. They're good defensive players, but there's other players already filling that position. So why hold them on? So they're trading them away. They're getting 6th-round picks. They're clearing up cap space. And that's what people don't realize is when you trade it away, you're also clearing up cap space. So from this point, looks like, okay, what's the next step? We're getting a receiver, possibly. Once we get that receiver, depending on who it is, now we can talk about, okay, is this Patriots team good enough to become a dynasty for the next couple of years?
So we talk about system quarterbacks. We've had that conversation many times. Do you think Drake May would have had the same success with or without Mike Vrabel?
I'm not going to say it's because of Mike Vrabel. I'm going to say, would Drake May have the same position without our offensive coordinator? Because we all know that he may not be a good head coach, but he is a hell of an offensive coordinator. And, they're having fun out there. That's the most important part. Vrabel's making a fun time for them. We all see him as that tough guy. He played hard football. He was always on top of it. But at the same time, I always tell everybody, you're winning games when you're having fun. And right now, the Patriots are having fun. So I think it's a lot of that aspect of, Vrabel coming in, yes, bringing back our OC, bringing offensive linemen in, getting our receivers back on that same page with our quarterback, with Drake May. So it's all falling into the right position. And that comes from, front office finally saying, we have to do something different and we have to make it worth it at the end of the day. So I don't think Drake May would be as good of a quarterback as he would be a good quarterback regardless. But with this Patriots team, he would not be a good quarterback on this Patriots team if it wasn't for the front office saying, let's do something different. And I'll bring this up because I know we're going a little longer than usual, but can we say that the Steelers need to do the same thing?
They will what? Like get
What the
a
Patriots are doing
quarterback?
right now. I mean, you listen. All right. We had Bill Belichick over there for a while, right?
Mhm.
Greatest coach for the longest.
Mhm.
Brought Brady to
So
who
I'm
he
gonna
is. Brady
leave the
surpassed
screen.
him.
Dave,
Huh?
just do what you gotta do. I'm gonna leave the screen.
All right. You brought Brady. Brady surpassed the teacher. He became the GOAT. Brady left. The Patriots weren't the best team. They showed signs of glimmer here and there. The Steelers are almost the same way. You guys are sitting on Mike Tomlin for the longest that hasn't won your Super Bowl in a while. Is it time for change? Is it time for the front office to step up and say, hey, listen, you know what? We might have to look at other possibility of coaches out there, all possibility of offensive coordinators. Who's going to be our future quarterback here on out? What are our strengths? What are our weaknesses? So do you think that the Steelers need that push, or do you think they're fine with Mike Tomlin and how they're running the organization? They just need to do something else.
I just want to add one thing quick. I don't think they've won a playoff game since 2017 either. So it's not just the Super Bowl. They haven't won a playoff game either.
But I like how he had to come in and say that shit.
Of course,
It's the truth.
Yeah, the truth that the
But it's
Giants
the
haven't won a
truth,
playoff
though.
game in how long? How long have
I
the
know,
Giants?
but
Yeah, you didn't shut up and go.
I'm just
no,
saying
but it's
that
true though.
I
What
get
have
I
the,
get that Mike Tomlin is a great coach, but at the end of the day, you guys aren't winning anything. So why
That's all I'm
keep him there
saying.
any longer?
I mean, I think they're being loyal to him, but at the same time, I do agree with you to an extent because it's just like what is enough is enough. I would honestly like. I mean, the way they're going the direction right now is decent. Like the offense looked better than they ever had in the last like 4 to 5 years. They look so much better with Rodgers under the helm. With defensive wise, it's bad. I feel like it could change because we're doing good. Like getting like who picked up Duggar, his name, from
Yeah.
the Patriots. So I mean that's a good replacement for Elliott. Maybe they can like move around stuff and see what happens and stuff, and maybe it could change. Because now we're halfway through the season.
Yeah, but
This
if
is
if
where
if it all collapses like it has been, do you say Mike Tomlin's out?
I think Mike Tomlin could be on the hot seat. Yes, it's going to be all on Khan, our GM, that does everything. Like, is Khan going to pull the plug? And be like, all right, we're bringing in this head coach that is better.
You
Like
know, I
everything.
hate to see good coaches go, but at the same time, yes, he has a great record coming in.
Hmm.
But at the same time, if you cannot finish the job, and I've had you there for past 10, 15 years, and we haven't yet, when was the last time you guys won a Super Bowl?
Oh, 8.
So '08, you're talking about, let's see, 8, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 17 years you haven't won a Super Bowl
Yeah,
under the Mike Tomlin era.
yeah. I just think. Well, also too, like I was just going to go to the Patriots theory. It's like when you have to play against the Patriots almost every single time, either playoff game or AFC Championship game. Like I feel like you took them out, it would be a different story, but it's not.
And I
Come
want to
on,
get
come
into
on.
this quick.
How is it a different story? The Patriots haven't won it forever.
No, I'm saying when Ben was there, like when we had the Killer Bees.
I understand that. Okay.
That's
But
the part I meant.
all right. We're talking about now. It's been the same thing over and over again. You guys still can't win, even after Big Ben left. I get it. You guys ran through your quarterbacks, and you guys played good football and stuff. But first of all, you haven't been able to keep a steady quarterback at that with Mike Tomlin as your head coach. You've been
Yeah.
switching in and out. You guys haven't won a playoff in forever, a game. You guys haven't won a Super Bowl in forever. So when is it time for people to be
And
like,
that's
okay,
all.
Mike
That's
Tomlin's
all I
out?
meant. You're mad at me for throwing that in there. We're not talking about the Giants, of course, but it's different. The Steelers haven't won a playoff game since 2017. It's kind of like you're not playing football or baseball to have a winning season. Yeah, the Yankees have had winning season year in and year out.
See,
But they're
I
not
can't-
winning the World Series. So when do you fire Aaron Boone? That's
I
all I'm
can't-
saying. Is
I
you haven't won
I can't
a
say the
playoff game.
Giants. I can't compare the Steelers to the Giants because the Giants have fired head coaches. The Giants have made moves to try and be better. They just haven't found the right piece. It feels like to me that Steelers, the Steelers organization is just holding on to Mike Tomlin for so long because it gives you some sense of hope. But if that's all you're gonna get at the end of the day, why keep him?
Like I said, I don't know how they're gonna do it, but sooner or later, yes, I agree.
So do you think if this season is a failure, they should get Mike Tomlin out or they should hold on to him for another couple years?
They'll probably take them out, honestly, because like,
I'm talking about you as a fan.
oh, it's me. Oh, yeah, no, I agree. Because like, he's been there for so long, and I think we need something like fresh and new in there. Because like, our defense is the highest paid ever, and it's just like a disappointing. And our offense is like in the middle range, and usually it's like further back. So, like, why is it such a flip flop?
All right.
Like Jimmy was like, "Oh, you took it as a shot against me." I love that you had to say it.
Well, you
But
did.
this
You
is
came out
all-
of nowhere. It was between me and Dave. You left.
No, I know, but I just wanted to add that in. This is
You could
what
have done at the end.
since Ben Roethlisberger retired, the Steelers had Kenny Pickett 9-8, 10-7 Kenny Pickett, 10-7 Russell Wilson, 4-3 Aaron Rodgers. Since their last Super Bowl win, they went 9-7, 12-4, 12-4, 8-8, 8-8. Most teams, if you go 8-8, you get fired. 11-5, 10-6, 11-5, 13-3 with the bye, losing the first round. 9-6-1, missed the playoffs. 8-8, missed the playoffs. Most teams, if you miss the playoffs back-to-back years, you're getting the axe. 12-4, 9-7-1, 9-8, miss the playoffs. 10-7, losing the wild card. 10-7, losing the wild card. So what is for me? It's you have to find your franchise guy. You can't keep getting these quarterbacks, whether it's Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Kenny Pickett. They tried.
It's the band-aid to what's really hurting under there because okay, it's fun and all. You got Aaron Rodgers, it was fun and all. Russell Wilson was over there. It was fun. Justin Fields was over there, but it seems like they've gone the total opposite direction of trying to find a franchise quarterback and just put band-aids over there for the season.
Yeah, listen, I think Mike Tomlin should have been maybe a couple years ago been done, but I'm not the GM. I'm not the owner. That's on me. So as a fan, I'm like, all right, Mike Tomlin's Mike Tomlin. He will get us to like a 98 record. But then it's like, I do want further. I do want us to go further. I want us to win a playoff game finally after all
And
this
I'm not
time.
saying it's easy because it's tough, man. 32 teams, to win.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you're getting the same thing over and over. When is it going to get pushed? When are you going to make that, that champ? You don't have to win the Super Bowl when you're going to get that championship title.
Or
when you're going to make it further in the playoffs.
Or when you're going to finally win the North after so long, because the last time they won the North was like 5 years ago.
Yeah, when are you going to get when are you going to actually get into the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Okay, you win, lose, or draw. When you get into the Super Bowl, I mean, at least you could say, hey, my team made it to the Super Bowl. They played tough this season.
Yeah.
But I feel like Steelers fans, they haven't been able to say that for a long time. I mean, same thing with Patriots fans, Giants fans. But you look at these other teams that we name, and they've made differences. Like, they've made changes in the organization.
Yeah.
They fired coaches. They fired offensive coordinators. They brought in new people. And it seems like the Steelers are just in the same rotation, same boat, and they don't want to do anything about it.
No, and it should have been done a long time ago, but what are you going to do? Like, I'm not the owner.
But that's a problem moving forward.
Must be nice.
But it is, Dave. I'm not trying to throw a shot at Jimmy. It's going to be a problem moving forward.
I truthfully, if they don't get rid of Mike Tomlin this year, I'd be pissed. Because I would bring in a brand new head coach, a brand new quarterback into there that I can, mold, and even if he doesn't play right away. I mean, you guys have a quarterback you guys are waiting to.
Will
right?
Howard.
Yeah, so Will Howard's your next guy up. And I understand him not playing right now because you guys are playing well. You're playing good football. But at the same time, is like, if we see Will Howard come in there and he's horrible, we got to blame the coaching staff.
Yeah. Well, we'll see, because he's be 1 year behind Rodgers could be extra-mental.
Yeah, it could be. It could be a lifetime of education for him.
Yeah, but it could be like the Alex Smith and Patrick Mahomes, where he sat for the 1 year and then Alex Smith left, and then Patrick Mahomes took over the league.
And it's not like he's like, oh, like he's throwing shade at me. He's throwing shots at me. I'm going to attack the Giants now. That has nothing to do with it. Yeah, I like to bust your balls. I like to mess with you all the time. But the Steelers are up.
His balls.
The Steelers are up there with organizations like the Yankees, the Celtics.
Well, look at you. You always bring up the Yankees, always.
But it's true. They're up there with the respect. Yeah, I hate the Yankees, but they're a respected organization. It's like, why is Aaron Boone still there when they haven't won? They got to the World Series, but for the Yankee fan, for the Yankee mindset, it's a World Series or bust. So the Steelers have to find what their identity is moving past 2025. That's all I'm trying to say. Is it a winning season? Congrats. Mike Tomlin had another winning season. But what's that getting you, realistically? What is that getting you?
I agree that, if we had another winning season, but then we get out of the playoffs first round, it's like, well, then we didn't do nothing really then.
I'll end it with this. Listen, I hope you guys keep losing so my Patriots could just keep winning.
Get the fuck out.
All right. As always, thank you for listening or watching to another episode of the Doug Sarava Show. This is Dougie's Sports Talk. Welcome back, Big Dave. Jimmy, it's always a pleasure. Before we wrap up, I want each of us to just to have a prediction for week 9. We'll start with Big Dave.
You always go with me, and I gotta always pull up the schedule. Wow, this is a tough week. I mean, the only prediction I would probably tell you, or at least what to look out for, is this weekend upcoming JJ McCarthy game, return game. If he plays, this is gonna show if he's ready to. Even if he loses to the Lions, he can put up a fight. This is gonna show if he's worth keeping over there long term. You know, if he's their franchise guy, because it's not looking good right now.
Mine probably would be, oh God. You know, I think we got our AFC Championship game, maybe. Who knows? But Buffalo and Kansas City. Who knows? But I'm going to like Buffalo to win that game. I think Kansas City is a little overrated.
All right, so for me, I'm looking to see how Jackson Dart performs again on home. He performed well in Denver, so now this is another test against another great team in the Niners. That's from my fan point of view. But the one thing I want to see is, can the Jacksonville Jaguars, can they still play good football moving forward? I think they're 4-3. That's a test. It's going to be a test. Can they still be a dominant, good football team? They were 4-1. We said, are they for real or are they not? They lost 2 in a row, so something's got to change for them. I think they have a bye this week, but for me moving forward, it's the Jacksonville Jaguars to see how they can perform as they get later in the season.
I want to end with this, all right? I want to see Scatterboo return and do an Aaron Rodgers to go along with his tough guy mentality. I want to see him return earlier than they say he is.
I like that, Dave. All right, as always, everybody, we'll see everybody next week. And we are pre-recording a few episodes to release in February. So we're looking forward to have conversations with Dougie come in February. So we'll see everybody then and see everybody next week for Dougie Sports Talk.